Reg. Welcome to my channel. This is where we take an intuitive look at what's going on in our world. It's time to do our week ahead. Today is Sunday, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Probably by the time you see this, it won't be Mother's Day anymore, but anyway. I want to do our week ahead. Now, I had some fun when I put this spread together. I'm going to do a little differently than I normally do. Sometimes I like to shake it up a little, do things a little differently. And so I have my little process that I do to kind of draw a path. And I'm a horrible artist, right? I don't draw very well, but I draw on a picture and get inspiration for what to focus on for this week. So I've got a new spread. I'm pretty happy about that. So, okay. So I want to take a look at the cards. We'll get started. We'll be right back. So a lot came to me when I was shuffling up the cards and writing out this new roadmap, this new spread that we're doing. New direction for this week. New direction. That's a theme. Okay. So the first is incoming. What is incoming? Then we'll do revelation and forging a new path. Okay, so the first thing I get for this coming week, I see people lined up, like in a line, people being questioned, lined up for questioning. Now, it seems like it's around picking their brains as to what they know and what they knew at the time. I'll show you the card here. So this is the Nine of Cups, came in reverse. That's why what I'm looking at upside down, but show it to you upright. So this is the wish card, wishes being granted. When I saw that row of cups, it felt like somebody being questioned or people being lined up. And the red hat, to me, I was drawn to that. And that's over the head, like knowledge. What did you know? How did you know it? So those are what I was drawn to there. And with this being the wish card, I think this also brings in an element of people wishing for this or wanting this, or but at the same time, with it being a reversal and looking at the posture, again, how I interpret tarot is the meaning of the card, but also what I'm drawn to in the imagery to try to blend and interpret tarot. And I'm kind of getting this posture that he's got, like I'm kind of just like arms folded, kind of sitting back. Like there's some concealment still. It's like there's this nice card, this Nine of Cups is a wonderful card of wishes being granted. And yet there's something about not giving it all up, not quite getting it all out there. And that's that being lined up and questioned. But there's still somebody holding back, not being forthcoming with everything. It's not the whole enchilada. It's like we're holding back part of it. That's the feeling I get. Okay. Next card is revelation. What is the revelation this week? So on that we have a messenger. We have the Page of Pentacles. This messenger tells us that more is going to be revealed on this question. So be on the lookout for things being revealed. Revelation has a messenger with it. Pay attention. That's what that's saying. Next card, we've got a Queen. This is on forging a new path. So there's movement in a new direction this week. Okay, sometimes in readings I have to double back to a card that I did 2 cards ago. I'm back to this Nine of Cups again. I'm getting more messages on it. So let's continue with this. We'll just go with where it's flowing. So back to this card again. I do get the feeling of James Comey being one of the ones being questioned or talked to, picking his brain as to what he knew and when. But that feeling of concealment, or there's still something that is being hidden. And if you look at this card, you see this, that curtain, that veil kind of sitting behind him. And he's kind of out front, this person here. And yet there's something behind that veil and you can almost I don't know about you, you can almost see it. It's like, looks like there's something moving back there. That's just the impression I get. Okay, there's something more behind this concealment. And it feels like there's other people. And the sense I get is people kind of clamoring, like almost like kind of tripping over each other and clamoring when they're backstage and they're trying to be quiet. It's the feeling I get. It's like we got to be quiet. We got to be quiet. We're going to be found out. Concealing the others. Someone's out front and they're concealing the involvement of others. Okay, moving on. So this next card is the Queen of Wands. Creativity, creative energy coming in. Strength. Now, what I'm drawn to with her is the throne that she's sitting on. She has two side creatures here looking different directions. And this black cat kind of reminds me of like having to deal with things that are unpleasant or unsavory, and yet there's this flower here like drawn to something new, something better, but we're going in two different directions. It feels incongruent, like there's not a clear path forward. It's like trying to go forward when your car's in neutral. You gotta have a singular focus to put the car in gear so you can go. There's a lot of creative energy on moving forward, but I think that this here is kind of holding us back. This concealment is holding things back from moving forward, really moving forward, cleaning out what needs to be cleaned out. Okay, there's something this week that is causing things to get stuck. Now, there's a lot of energy on things being revealed, coming out. I see, those people being questioned about what they know, what they knew. But that concealment is still hiding, and there's revelation about that wants to be revealed. But the ones that have the creative energy to get that revealed are running into roadblocks. Like not, having two different directions and not a singular focus that can get you out of the mud and moving forward. You can't drive your car. I know I used this before, but the car in park, car in neutral. You can't also go in reverse and forward at the same time. It's just, I'm feeling this car metaphor, okay? It's like we gotta go somewhere. You just have to move and take a leap of faith and cross that divide. Now, the king is right directly across from her, that Queen of Wands. These two in the spread are he's facing her directly. And this is like, the king has the wisdom and the knowledge, and he's beckoning her with her creative ambition to kind of pull her out of that stuck place. Now that stuck place is going to come up again here, because this is next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rediscover what was lost. That's the next question. The next focus. Rediscovering what was lost. We've got the queen. Another queen. The Queen of Cups. It's like information has to cross a divide this week. Maybe it's going from, this is what's been in the shadows, this is what's been hidden, we need to get this out to the public. And that is where things are getting stuck. And there's either a lack of interest or not enough support. I think there's support. It's like there's corroborating evidence on the king's side, and he's trying to pull the queen over his direction, but somehow there's a divide that has to be crossed. And it's like that, getting past that stuck, you just have to move. Just gotta move. You just gotta move that energy, move it over. Okay, I'm kind of talking through this, so I'll try to wrap it up at the end. But this is kind of what's going on behind the scenes. This is the energies that are in the background, okay? But that queen underneath, this is to me like the evidence under the king. She's sitting directly under the king on this side. I'm just going to show you my cards here, just a moment. Okay, so as you can see, this queen here, she's sitting here, he's sitting here. There's like this gap, this divide. She has to get over with him, okay? This is where the evidence and the wisdom is. And this is where the stuck energy is. It's like trying to get over this divide. Okay, the next piece of this is messages have meaning, possible double meaning, okay? So when I wrote this spread out, I thought, okay, this card in this position might have a double meaning. Now what do we have here? We've got the reversed Empress. The Empress is the card of nurture and taking care of yourself. Now she's facing right next to our beginning card, this reversed 9 that we talked about, right next to it. And with that card of concealment and this Empress reverse, the Empress meaning taking care of yourself, putting your needs first, and that reversal giving it, I'm thinking the double meaning is that not only is she not taking care of herself, she's expecting others to do it for her and conceal her. I'm getting that concealment is this Empress, concealing the Empress. All of this that we're seeing play out is all about a few at the top, concealing the Empress, the queen, concealing her. That's what it's all about. And she expects others to carry her water and to do it for her. Now, what is the response to this double meaning on this Empress? We have the Magician. The Magician comes in with his power and authority, and he clears the path, sometimes as if by magic. He makes a way where there is no way by using his innate authority, his power within himself, to blend the energies and create what he wants. It's the ultimate creator, is the Magician. Now this Magician sees what's being concealed. His gaze, if you can see, he's looking down, but when I follow his gaze, it's down here. And this is what's being hidden, concealed, and he sees it. The Magician isn't fooled. He sees what other people are concealing regarding the Empress. Now the result, reconciliation I have on here, is the Judgment card. The final judgment. It came in reversed. Can indicate things aren't complete yet. But that energy there of completion is being moved forward. It's on its way. It's being delivered. Getting past this stuck point. which brings us to the last card, which is the relevant outcome, disclosure. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is the card of fate, karma, destiny. So 2 powerful major arcanas. Actually, the last 4 cards were powerful major arcanas. But this one came in reversed. And I'm drawn to that little devil creature laying across the wheel, holding back the delivery of that wheel being spun in an appropriate direction. He's holding it back. And that's part of that stuck energy that doesn't want to come to the light of day and be revealed. Even though there is good movement on that. That wish card is wishes being granted. That is good. But there is energy of concealment. And I see it's almost like this little devil here is holding it back as well. This little devil impish thing is working behind the scenes, keeping things from flowing like they need to. So what's going to open the floodgates? It's that queen bridging the gap and moving into knowledge and merging with the king. This to me feels as though those who are trying to get these wheels going and this information out and unstuck need to merge with the king and support the king and rely on the king's wisdom and the king's guidance. I get that the queen on her side thinks she knows how to handle this, and the king is beckoning her to come over to his way of thinking because he has the wisdom. She has the ambition, but he has the wisdom on how to bridge this out, how to get this unstuck. Forging a new path, a new direction. That's the key this week. And that's what's being worked on, is getting that new direction going. But it's going to take some work. And it's going to take some working with the king. Now I'm speaking in a lot of metaphors and storyline here. And I do that to kind of leave it open-ended so that the interpretation can work itself out without filtering it too much. But I do think I want to speak to this a little bit. I think the king represented here is Donald Trump, being the president, the kingly figure. This queen is perhaps Bill Barr, perhaps others who are working on behalf of the president. Believe it or not, they, meaning those that are working on bringing stuff to light and all of the stuff that they have going on, they need to move toward the president and trust him to get the message out. Otherwise, it's going to stay stuck. Now, the president has the wisdom and the knowledge and the evidence, and believe it or not, he knows, and this is what I'm getting intuitively, okay? I'm not just making this up. I'm getting this intuitively. That he knows he has an intuition, an inclination, the best way forward to move this information out. And the others need to trust him. Okay? They need to trust his wisdom. Now, I know a president is supposed to have advisors and all these smart people around the president, and they're supposed to tell the president what's happening, and they're the brains behind the administration, right? That's kind of how it's usually known. But in this particular instance, Donald Trump has the wisdom on how to best proceed with this, getting this unstuck, and they need to trust him and not try to go their own way. So I think I'll leave that there. Okay. Interesting. Doing things a little differently, but we'll see how this plays out. And hopefully they will get that car in gear and stop trying to go different directions and move toward the president and let the president have more of a hand in the presentation of this. I'm not sure how that all works, but that's what I'm getting intuitively. Okay. Thanks for joining me. This has been Intuitive Edge. I'll catch you next time. Have a great week, everyone. Bye for now.